From darkness to light. How to break free from life's adversity. Everyone who lives in this world has stumbled, has been harshly struck by life. Sometimes, you shine for 10 years, and in a single night, with one turn, everything is gone. Sometimes, your confident plans haven't even begun before fate ruthlessly interrupts them. In that moment, it feels like the sky is falling, like you've lost everything, like it's all over. But let me tell you, true growth begins precisely at the moment of hardship. It's in adversity that a person's character is truly revealed. Whether someone can rise again isn't determined by how badly they've fallen, but by whether they can still light a lamp in their heart, in the darkest, most hopeless place. And that lamp? Don't expect others to light it for you. Only you can light it yourself. Today, I want to talk about how to adjust your mindset and redeem yourself when you're at rock bottom. I'll share 10 pieces of wisdom for facing hardship. These aren't magical mantras or empty motivational slogans. They're truths forged through blood and tears by our ancestors, and ones I've personally lived and witnessed. I've distilled these 10 insights into 10 sentences. If you can remember and practice them, a turning point in your destiny is surely near. First, before you rush to complain, pause, because every hardship is the universe reshaping you. Think of a blacksmith forging a sword. He must first thrust raw iron into searing flames until it glows, then strike it relentlessly with a heavy hammer. Each painful blow is essential to its transformation. People are no different. When life feels unbearable and fate seems cruel, remember, this isn't punishment, it's refinement. The I Ching teaches, as heaven moves with strength, the noble one strives without rest. The heavens never pause, and neither should we. When the path ahead seems blocked, you may be closer to a breakthrough than you think. Why? Because in that moment, your spirit is being cleansed, your character reforged. I've lived through my own trials, years of poverty, isolation, and being unheard. But I chose silence over complaint, introspection over blame. I read, I reflected, and I treated each setback as a teacher. Eventually, I saw that what I thought I'd lost was actually clearing space, stripping away pride, stubbornness, and relationships that didn't serve me. Life must fracture before it can rebuild. Complain, and fortune drifts away. Cultivate gratitude, and even heaven and earth will rise to support you. That's the truth behind the opening line. Second, the tougher life becomes, the more vital it is to steady your heart. To steady your heart is to steady your destiny. True strength lies in stillness, like someone who senses the currents beneath a calm surface, yet remains unmoved even in the fiercest storm. In times of hardship, the greatest threat isn't the challenge itself, it's panic. Panic breeds chaos. Chaos leads to mistakes. And in that confusion, opportunities slip away. Consider a stream encountering a boulder. If it crashes against the rock, it only stirs turbulence and stalls its journey. But if it flows around the obstacle, it continues toward the sea. Our hearts must learn to do the same. When anxiety urges you to fix everything at once, pause, breathe, and settle. A friend of mine once enjoyed a decade of smooth success. Then, in a single blow, his business partner betrayed him, his company collapsed, and he went from CEO to debtor overnight. He panicked, drinking daily, venting to anyone who would listen. When he came to me, I said, begin by steadying yourself, your heart, your emotions, your direction. He took it to heart. He started rising early, exercising, reading scripture, and meditating. Gradually, he found calm. 6 months later, he pivoted, launched a new venture, and not only recovered but built something stronger. He later told me, I get it now. That crisis wasn't punishment, it was a signal. My heart had been racing too fast. Remember, no storm can uproot someone anchored within. Steadiness is a quiet blessing, and often the turning point. Third, it's time to let go of the question, why me? And begin asking, What is this trying to teach me? The instinct to cry out against unfairness when life turns difficult is natural, but it's also a sign that we haven't yet awakened to the deeper purpose of struggle. Fate doesn't play favorites. It simply hands each of us a different curriculum. Think of a farmer. He plants in spring, reaps in autumn. That's the rhythm of the earth. But imagine someone scattering seeds in the dead of winter, then cursing the sky when nothing grows. Is that misfortune, or is it simply poor timing? More often than not, failure doesn't come from bad luck. It comes from misaligned thinking, misplaced effort, or mistimed action. When life closes in, the only real option is to learn. Learn how to be more patient. Learn how to endure. Learn how to look inward. I remember a classmate from university who couldn't land a job. 10 interviews, 10 rejections. At first, he blamed the system, said the world was broken, but eventually, something shifted. He stopped pointing fingers and started working on himself, took courses in finance, practiced public speaking, studied management. 3 years later, he launched his own company. It worked. He told me, it wasn't fate that failed me. I just wasn't ready. The I Ching says, when things reach an extreme, they must change. When they change, they open. When they open, they endure. Hardship is that extreme. It pushes us to evolve. If we resist, we stay stuck. But if we listen, adapt, and grow, we move forward, stronger, wiser, and freer. Fourth, the more open your heart becomes, the more open your path will be. Not all hardship comes from the outside sometimes. We create it ourselves. A minor slight, we replay endlessly. A cruel word, we refuse to release. A betrayal, we clutch tightly. And in doing so, we build a prison within our own chest. The I Ching says, like responds to like. A narrow heart draws in tension, bitterness, and resistance. A wide heart, on the other hand, invites clarity, grace, and movement. I often tell people, when your heart expands, life begins to breathe again. There was a businessman I once knew who had been swindled out of a fortune. The betrayal nearly tore his family apart. He was consumed by rage and ready to take legal action. When he came to me, I said, don't chase what's gone with hate. Use love to rebuild what remains. He wasn't sure, but he paused. He chose calm over revenge. Slowly, he rebuilt his life. Years later, he told me that losing that money was the most valuable lesson he'd ever received. It taught him how to open his heart. That openness didn't make him weak. It made him wise. And once he let go of resentment, life gave him a new beginning. Spiritual cultivation doesn't happen only in temples. It happens in how we respond to everyday moments. Forgiveness isn't just for others, it's how we learn to forgive ourselves. When your heart widens, your fate begins to shift. Fifth, there's a quiet strength in knowing when to let go. Not every fall is caused by a lack of opportunity sometimes. It's the refusal to release what no longer serves us. A person, a past success, a wounded pride we hold on, thinking persistence is virtue, when in truth, we're only deepening the wound. The I Ching says, only by knowing when to stop can one be steady. Some roads don't end because we didn't try hard enough. They end because we were heading the wrong way all along. In those moments, the wise choice is to cut losses, let go of the greed, the stubbornness, the refusal to see clearly. Stepping back isn't failure, it's gathering strength. I once knew a man with remarkable talent, but pride clouded his judgment. After a major investment collapsed, he couldn't accept the loss. He kept pouring in more, chasing what was already gone. The deeper he went, the more his family suffered. Eventually, he stopped. He sold his home, cleared his debts, and moved to the countryside. For 5 years, he lived simply, quietly. And when he returned to the world of business, he did so with a calm heart and succeeded. He told me later, letting go saved me. I thought I was giving up, but I was actually beginning again. Those who know how to pause, reflect, and release at the right time are never far from grace. Letting go isn't weakness, it's wisdom in motion. Sixth, whatever you do, do it with your whole heart. Don't chase quick fame, don't rush toward success, and don't run from the hard parts. Real fortune doesn't come to those who are impatient, it finds those who can endure. Think of bamboo. For years, it appears to do nothing. No shoots, no signs of growth. But beneath the surface, it's building roots deep, strong, unseen. Then one day, it breaks through the soil and rises, segment by segment. That graceful stalk swaying in the wind is the result of quiet, patient preparation. I had a teacher who spent decades in the classroom. Every day, he prepared his lessons with the same care, the same attention. I once asked him if he ever got tired of repeating the same material. He smiled and said, "It's not repetition, it's accumulation." That stayed with me. Patience, he believed, was how you earned the right timing. One of my classmates took a job right after graduation, an entry-level position with little recognition. For 3 years, he stayed. Others moved on, chasing better titles and bigger salaries. But he kept learning, kept showing up. Then a new manager came in, noticed his quiet consistency, and promoted him immediately. When I asked how he stayed so steady, he said, "I never aimed to move fast. I just wanted to move right. If you want to go far, you have to go slow." Some things take time to bloom, but when they do, they last. Seventh, don't live to please others. Focus first on completing yourself. In times of hardship, many instinctively reach outward, asking for help, hoping someone will lift them up. But the more you beg, the less you're seen. The more you shrink, the more invisible you become. It's not that people are cold, it's that the world responds to how you carry yourself. If you don't respect your own worth, why would others? The I Ching says, "Heaven helps those who help themselves." Support doesn't come to those who wait, it comes to those who act. I remember a young woman who lost her job and began asking everyone she knew for referrals. At first, people tried to help, but over time, even her closest friends stopped answering her calls. One day, something shifted. She asked herself, "Why am I begging? I can build myself." So she did. She studied daily public speaking, software skills, professional certifications. 3 months later, she was hired by a new company. She cried when she got the offer and said, "Now I understand, fate doesn't reward the idle." Strength isn't about pretending you're fine, it's about protecting your dignity. Even in poverty, stand tall, because once you surrender your self-respect, everything else begins to collapse. Pleasing others might bring short-term comfort, but completing yourself brings lasting dignity. Become someone who carries light and then let that light reach others. Eighth, be sincere with others, but don't expect too much in return. When life is smooth, it can feel like the whole world is your friend. But when hardship comes, you begin to see who truly stands beside you. What hurts most in those moments isn't just the loss of money or status, it's the loss of being seen, of being understood. You'll notice it. Some people you once helped won't even say thank you. Others who once clung to your success will disappear the moment you stumble. This isn't cruelty, it's human nature. See it for what it is, but don't let it harden you. Understand it, but don't let it make you bitter. The I Ching says, "The moon waxes and wanes. Human hearts grow warm and cold." You can't control how others treat you, but you can choose to keep your own heart from freezing. I once visited an elder who had spent years helping others, offering advice, lending money, opening doors. Then his business failed, and almost everyone vanished. When I asked how he felt, he smiled and said, "I've known both warmth and coldness. I have no complaints. Helping was my choice, not helping is theirs. I hold no grudges, only lessons. I've carried those words with me ever since." So when you find yourself at your lowest, don't waste energy blaming others. Keep treating people with kindness. Be grateful for those who stay. If someone turns cold, it only shows where they are in their journey. If you stay warm, it shows where you are in yours. True kindness is quiet. It gives without needing applause. It shines without needing to be seen. Ninth, protect your energy, avoid those who drain it, and move toward what helps you grow. Many people wonder why their lives feel stuck. Often, it's not fate holding them back, it's the company they keep. We absorb the habits and moods of those around us. Spend time with complainers, and you'll find yourself complaining. Surround yourself with kind, hard-working people, and you'll begin to rise. During hardship, the last thing you need is negativity. Some people won't support your dreams, they'll mock them, dismiss them, pour cold water on your hopes. They're not malicious, just limited. But if you stay in their orbit too long, your own vision begins to shrink. I had a friend in my youth, bright, capable, full of potential, but he spent his time with people who had no direction. I once told him, "If you want to fly, you must first leave the ground." He laughed it off. 10 years later, he was still in the same place, while others who had chosen discipline and early mornings had already built their lives. Luck doesn't come to those who plead for it. It comes to those who align with it. Your energy attracts your fate. If you live in resentment, anxiety, and idleness, good fortune will drift away. But if you cultivate kindness, diligence, and integrity, life begins to respond. Not immediately, but steadily and with grace. 10th, if you want your fate to truly shift, begin by cultivating your heart, your virtue, your inner world. Everything in the universe is in motion. Some lives grow lighter, others heavier. The difference often lies not in circumstances, but in the heart that meets them. Fate is what you're born into, your genes, your family, your environment. But luck is what you build from there. Some are born into privilege but squander it. Others begin with little, yet rise steadily. The difference? Self-cultivation. A refined heart attracts better luck. A virtuous life strengthens the foundation of fate. I've never seen a truly kind person suffer endlessly. I've never seen someone with deep moral roots left unprotected. I've watched people fall hard lose everything, but instead of turning bitter or running away, they stayed. They faced each day, one step at a time. And slowly, they changed not just their lives, but their inner rhythm. That quiet steadiness became their wisdom, and that wisdom became their blessing. To cultivate doesn't mean to endure blindly. It means to see beyond the moment. To cultivate virtue isn't to lose, it's to gather unseen wealth. Fortune isn't handed down. It's built layer by layer through how you speak, how you act, how you carry your heart. So when hardship comes, don't ask how to escape. Ask how to grow. Speak honestly. Hold your temper. Let go of hate. If, at your lowest, you can resist blaming the world. If, when misunderstood, you stay composed. If, when betrayed, you still choose kindness, then you've already become strong. Good fortune doesn't arrive from outside. It rises from within. To everyone in a low point right now, you are not abandoned by fate. You are chosen by it. Hardship is meant to awaken you, to help you grow. The meaning of life isn't smooth sailing, but awakening through struggle. Fate isn't in the sky, it's in every thought you have. May you remember these 10 sentences in your darkest hour. They may seem simple, but they are life's deepest revelations for those in hardship. May you smile through tears, be grateful in despair, keep light in your heart, and never lose hope. One day, you'll look back and thank those difficult days. They made you softer, stronger, and wiser. They weren't punishment, they were gifts. May we all walk through storms with grace, awaken through adversity, and live with clarity, freedom, and light. Remember, our ultimate mission in this world is to write our own destiny. And when we cultivate a heart of light, dignity, and compassion through suffering, our fate is truly transformed. In the end, if this message spoke to you, please subscribe, like, and share it with those you care about. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you next time.